Okay, let me state an obvious fact, and it is twofold. It could be multifold, but it's twofold primarily. And this is why society globally, not just here in the West, also in Europe, this is why society is F-U-C-T. Now I could have said, well, I better not say it, but F-U-C-T, screwed, doomed. Let's point out something that's changed in the past 60 years. We're all taught that kids should go to college where they become indoctrinated idiots. Nobody can build stuff like they built back in 1940s, 50s, 60s. You can't. Like with your hands, I'm not talking about... Now we obviously have automation. Stuff isn't made by hand, it's mass produced, and it's injection molded and made in China. I'm not talking about that. Like, if you had all the money in the world, now this is a perfect point to point this out. Like I said, this is only one aspect so far. The other thing is people living in an echo chamber. If you had all the money in the world, and I know people that are filthy frigging rich. Oh yes, I do. I mean, some people that'll just, their wallet will make you cry. They are just filthy. If you had all the money in the world, you would be hard-pressed, really hard-pressed. You ever seen like the mansions like that were built by the Vanderbilts and the oil tycoons back in the 20s, 30s, and 40s? That's back when labor was cheap, but not talking about cheap labor. We're talking about if you had all the money in the world to throw at it, you would be insanely, it doesn't even exist anymore. The skills to do high quality fundamental things, they don't even exist anymore. Everything now is just turned to injection molded crap. It lasts 10 years and you have it replaced. That is amazing. And stupid asses of modern humanity actually look at stuff like the pyramids and it's like, oh my god, men could have never done that. It must have been done by aliens. You have all these nut jobs like some Greek guy with fuzzy hair looks like he stuck his finger in a light socket, and every place he goes in the world is like, aliens did it! He's not... what does he do? George Paspakalis, I forget what the hell his name is. Oh, well, this is actually what he says. He says, I'm not saying aliens did it, but aliens did it. But this is where humanity has come to. It's sick. It's absolutely sick. Nobody knows how to do anything anymore. We can't build anything, and I'm not talking about, well, if you have a lot of money, you could buy a Maybach, you could buy a Lamborghini, a Rolls Royce. It's still made, even the highest in labor of people putting stuff together, like Lamborghini, not Rolls. Rolls is nothing anymore. I mean, the really high-end stuff, I mean, it's just slightly above, cross-eyed monkey. As far as the training that they get, they get some training. It's still injection molded from somewhere. They just do some precision alignment in assembling it. Now, we've had countless hundreds of thousands, literally millions of patents since 1960. Some really interesting technology, but nobody knows how to do anything. You ever seen the movie Idiocracy? Was it Idiocracy? Idiocracy, right? Where humanity actually de-evolves to where the fact that they don't even know how to grow their own food anymore, and they're like feeding Gatorade substance to plants, which of course kills it, and they can't figure out all the plants are dying. It's like, well, if it's good for humans, it must be good for plants. That movie is really worth seeing, Idiocracy. The second thing, and it's absolutely making me sick, and I see it everywhere in Europe and the United States, it's making me absolutely sick to my stomach, is that everybody now, because nobody goes out anymore. You used to have communities, like, hey, Bob, now people don't even know who the hell their neighbors are. They don't. We don't even know who the hell I don't even know who the hell my neighbors are. You go to work. Some people just work out of their houses. They never live that. And you're like, well, you got to go out for food. Like, no, you don't. It's like, I'm going to dial in for pizza. I know what that's like, right? It's like, well, you got to get up to go to the bathroom. No, I'll stick a catheter on. I'll just sit here in front of the computer. I actually know a couple guys that they told me, it's like, I sit in front of the computer, so I order pizza and, wear a catheter so I don't have to get it. I was like, really? So you can't make your way to the bathroom. Echo chamber. Everybody's living in an echo chamber now. We've lost the ability to reason. It's like, well, we're supposed to have advanced education. Did you hear recently that, of course, schools don't have a computer for every person. And there is no replacing a book, a good book. It's like, well, you're being old-fashioned now. It's like you got an iPad. You know, you can stick 100 million books on it. Yeah, I can. They're actually, literally, they're throwing away and burning books by the hundreds of thousands of pounds up in New York. It's too much to take care of the library, too much expense. They're throwing them away or burning them. There's tales of gigantic piles of books piled up beside the dumpsters. The dumpster's full and it's piled up beside the dumpster, where kids are actually taking the books because they're free. Yeah, really? We're actually throwing books away. Like libraries are an old thing. Well, I know everything's on the internet now, right? Not everything, but wow. We're living in an echo chamber. Every person now is isolated, there's no freedom of speech anymore. There's no freedom of anything because, back in the day, you used to go downtown and like someone would stand on their soapbox and they would talk about things. They'd travel around and talk to their... Nobody does that anymore. This is the new information portal right here. The idiot box or the idiot pad. And there's no such thing as free speech on the internet. There's no such thing as freedom of expression on the internet. It's like, well, I live in a free country. I can say whatever I want. It's like, well, it doesn't matter. You're going to be telling it to yourself while you're sitting in your own damn house or your own little freaking condo. If you go outside and you start to speak freely, people are just going to call the cops on you. So I don't care how free or not free the country is you live in. Everybody now is living in an echo chamber on the internet, and what they do is they go to places that they agree with or that agrees with them, or they listen to or agree only with people. You notice this trend in college now where, like, I'm not talking about liberals or conservatives. I'm talking about both of them being idiots. So I don't discuss politics, okay? So don't even go down that road with me. I'm just talking about people in general now are so damn stupid that they're being shouted down. Oh my God, I can't hear another point of view that doesn't agree with mine. That crap didn't used to exist even 20 years ago. Things have actually gotten so bad now that everybody lives on the freaking internet. They only listen to the stuff that pets their fur the right way. Kitty, don't pet the kitty's fur the wrong way. Don't say something the kitty doesn't like. Everybody now is a puss, and I don't mean that in any sort of gender fashion, but I'm talking about a generic fashion of human comprehension, lack of wisdom, inflated ignorance, and people that live in their own echo chambers. It's like, I want to hear the sound of my own voice. If it's not my voice, then I want to hear someone else saying stuff to me through the idiot box that I agree with. So it's not my voice, but it sounds like something I think or believe in. People don't realize that they are not their beliefs. They don't want their beliefs challenged. Like everybody now this is what everybody is now. La 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 la. I don't want to hear it. Do you notice that? There's all these pathetic, pampered, subhuman idiots. I mean all of humanity. I'm not talking about any particular country. I mean, it's ridiculous. This world is on a collision course with frigging disaster. I'm not actually either a conspiracy theorist, which I'm absolutely not, and I'm absolutely not a doom and gloom person. I'm not. I'm not doom and gloom. However, life in general is doom and gloom. Not all of it, just most of it. This world is screwed. This is a collision course with disaster. Within the next 5 years, I actually predict within the next 3, something so horrible is going to happen that everybody, all that stuff that you thought was precious, you're going to be like, oh crap, wow. This has gotten bad. Everybody's living in an echo chamber. They're totally unwilling to listen to other things which conflict with their silly-ass beliefs. And this has nothing to do with whether you're liberal or conservative. I'm talking about both sides, Stick your fingers in your ear. Wait till it passes. Humanity has de-evolved. They can't even build anything anymore. We can't make anything anymore. Everything is injection molded crap made in China. Even the good stuff made in Japan. which contains Chinese parts. Made in Japan, but made out of Chinese parts. Um, Nobody knows how to build anything anymore. I've heard from many, many rich people. I know a few really rich people. Like, I got all the money in the world. Not meaning me, them. They say, I got all the money in the world. They don't actually say that, but they do. And they are insanely hard-pressed to find competent builders, constructors, people that, you know. Do you notice, I don't know if you noticed this crap. Did you notice that with a very, very, very rare exception, almost non-existent, that like high quality, you know, like if you go, and this stuff was made really fast, like even back in World War II, you know, some of this crap's like, wow, that was made really, really fast in the 1940s. Fast. Like, you can't even pay somebody all the money in the world to make stuff that high a quality anymore. It's like, I'm going to give you all the money in the world. I want you to make something really durable, whether it's a durable product, or whether it's like a building, or construction, or stone laying, or masonry. It doesn't even exist anymore. And even if you have the money, ignorance is absolutely off the scale. I've never actually seen anything like it. I mean, people are running around. They don't even, the amazing thing is that like Americans of course are the worst. I mean, if you gave them a globe, you know, the world, it's like, where's Africa? Where's Antarctica? Who's the 42nd president? Benjamin Franklin? God. Humanity is absolutely screwed. Now I know you're thinking, well, you know, it's only the United States. No. No. I'm in contact with people in Germany and other places. England. Wow, humanity is so screwed. There is a trending convergence. Yes, this is my magic word, which I love really well. A trending convergence that will be a multiplicative, which will push everything right off the edge very soon. And I'm not a doom and gloom person. It is right here, teetering right on the edge, and literally it is only a single pubic hair away. That's something funny a buddy of mine used to say. Saying instead of getting hair away, say a single pubic hair away. a single pubic hair away from, you know, going right off the edge. Wow. There is, like in Europe, I know there are exceptions, but in Europe and the United States and Canada, I mean, people don't even know how to build anything anymore. Even the places like in factories where people build crap, it's like stick, screw, A, to slot. People don't think anymore. It's like, well, how did you build that? Oh, I typed in the parameters in a CAD program on my idiot box here. It did all the calculations for me. And then we injection molded it, and it says stick screw A into slot B and tighten to 9 foot-pounds. And that's my training. It's like, what are you building? Mercedes. Lamborghini. Wow. Seriously, though, humanity is absolutely screwed beyond the pale. Absolutely screwed beyond the pale. Really and truly, it's bad. Why did I make this video? Because it needed to be made. I'm sure it'll get lots of downvotes. I hate you, you're just a pessimist. Really, I'm not. You're too negative, haha. You know? Even when things were at their worst, like, and I wasn't around for World War II, obviously. Even when things were at their worst in World War II and, like, really awful crap was happening around the world, like, awful. Collectively, people were a lot more intelligent, acute and attuned to not only their society, but also themselves. And they could build crap. Now everybody is a neurotic, PTSD, you know, quasi-psychopathic idiot that like has a box full of pills. There's a buddy of mine who's a really rich dude, and he went out with some Girl Scout. He actually builds stuff for Girl Scouts, and he loved teaching them stuff. And he went on a Girl Scout camping outing with a bunch of girls and their mothers and whatnot. And he noticed that something like 80% of those pre-14-year-old. I mean, they were all most in 12. All those people had like a box of pills, like an old woman. You ever been in your grandma's house and she had like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, like inside each day was like it's like, damn, grandma, you taking a lot of pills, girl. Uh, these little girls now are taking more pills than grandma. If you want a true indicator of how screwed society is, the fact that you got 12, 13, 14, even younger than that, I mean, like collectively, a crap load. And it's like, hey, little Susie, hey, I see Girl Scout cookies in one hand. What's that? Oh, that's my pill box. Wow. He said it actually, this guy's never shocked by anything. He said it actually shocked the hell out of him that all these, after they ate, he noticed all these Girl Scouts, some of which were preteen, were whipping out their pill boxes and had more pills to take at the end of the day, and obviously even at the beginning of the day, than Grandma. And that's not an exaggeration. And I basically knew that, but I was like, damn, you know? He's like, most of these people, these young girls, taking a buttload of pills every day. Wow. Society is so screwed. And there's absolutely nothing on this earth other than the sun rising in the morning that I'm absolutely more certain of. Society is about one pubic hair away, one pubic hair away from a cataclysm, a convergence that will really send things teetering right off the edge. I'm not a prepper at all. You know what a prepper is. I'm not a prepper at all, but I'm telling you, you better be prepared because the crap is coming. And I'm not a doom and gloom person, you know. I don't make videos like doom, like, oh my God, you know. Start stocking Campbell's soup on your base. I'm not like that at all, but man, there's some bad stuff coming very, very soon. I'm always good at predicting the future on stuff like that. Always, I'm really, really good at it. I'm more accurate than a crystal ball if there was a... Crystal balls don't work, obviously. Better than the best paid fortune teller, which those people are not accurate either. But I, however, am really accurate, and boy, the crap is coming down. Mark my words, we got 2 or 3 years max. 5 years at the utmost, but there's no way it'll be 5 years. They gotta be 3 years. I'm actually easily guessing 2 years or less. And no, I don't just mean the United States. I mean, whew, damn. The convergence is coming. You can mark my words on this one. It's like, remember when that fat tattooed guy like made that perfect prediction that came true? Yeah, I wished it didn't come true. Yeah. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have an awesome week. Catch you later. До свидания. Увидимся. Aloha. Hasta luego. That's all.